This release is being called Kirtan, Turiya Sings. The original release, Turiya Sings, has that title because it was the first time my mother had recorded her voice. It was the first recording that she had made out of many years of making albums where she sang, where she decided to sing. I was 16 when I originally heard this, and I remember asking my mother, "Mom, is that you?" I mean, her voice, her singing voice was just something that it just seemed to come from just another place, and she would acknowledge it that way too, like the spirit, brought her to that place where she was able to sing in such a powerful way. On Kirtan, my mother is performing on a Wurlitzer organ. And it's the same organ that she used on many of her recordings, including Translinear Light, and the music that she made all out throughout the 70s. This is basically the same instrument, and it, for someone who was, an incredible piano player, and somebody who developed a very unique style of harp playing. The voice that she found on the Wurlitzer I think that was really her voice, On this album, Kirtan, it's not a jazz recording. It doesn't feature any improvisation or jazz soloing. But this is the same instrument that she did use like a jazz instrument. It has a portion of this instrument came with a beautiful analog synthesizer that she set up and kind of fine-tuned to kind of almost evoke the sound of a soprano saxophone, and she would often approach that sound in a style reminiscent of John Coltrane, and there was pitch bends and all types of modulations that she could do with the organ that gave it a otherworldly type of sound, and it really became, I think, her primary axe, if you will. On this album, Kirtan, she uses the Wurlitzer in a much more, I'd say, traditional way. Again, like the organist, at a Sunday service. It's traditional in that sense, but at the same time, it still has all the weight and power that Alice would bring to any of her musical compositions or productions. There are times, and on some songs, you get the sense of the harmonium being played. There's many moments where you hear in those bass pedals she's playing the sounds of bowed basses, like in an orchestra. The sound of reeds, like clarinets and flutes. You can feel this very large orchestration happening just between the two manuals and the pedals that she's playing the bass notes on. It's a beautiful sounding instrument. It was recorded. It's a unique, hard instrument to record, but the recording done by the great Baker Bigsby is excellent. It's an ethereal sound. It's a powerful sound. It's Alice's sound.